I don't think I'll be wearing that. Crossed it over. Fuck. Soaked. God, I look so much like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle with this bloody thing on, don't I? Just done an unspeakable thing in a carrier bag. Yes, you absolute legends. In this episode, I'm going to take you all with me on my gnarly, dark, cold 24-hour session at the Birch Syndicate. It was one of those sessions that definitely made me think, are carp anglers slightly mad? With multiple Welsh 40-pounders to be had, come join me on a grueling session chasing those big Welsh carp. After a busy day, the anticipation was high. Cool, it's absolutely crazy, isn't it? It's the end of November, it's literally about 4:30, but it's already getting dark. I've just been at Aldi and the gym, after work, gonna make the most of it and get down the Birch for a quick, stop saying it, get down the Birch for a 24-hour session. I'm gonna be setting up in the dark, so it's gonna be a bit interesting. I've never really done that before. Well, I've done it once down there before. So I'll get down there as soon as possible, see what we can do. Let's see what we can get out. Maybe get some big Welsh girls, maybe that 40-pounder. By the time I had arrived at the Birch, it was already pitch black at about 6 o'clock. With no other options, I had to set up in the dark with temperatures already at a chilly 0 degrees. On the first rod, I was using one of the new 12mm magic beans on a solid bag rig. I chose the colour yellow, as 4 out of the 5 fish I've had from the Birch now have all come off that colour. After using my bed chair, believe it or not, as a chair, I managed to tie the solid bag up and was ready to get the first rod out fishing. This rod went down the left-hand margin with a couple of scoops of crumbed up OG fruit and nut to go over the top. With no one being in the swim to my right, for my second rod I whacked on another solid bag with again another yellow Parker Baits magic bean as hook bait and chucked that out down the right-hand margin into no carp corner. With one more rod to go, I wrapped this up to 10 wraps, which would be my open water rod fishing straight out in front of me. On this, I decided to opt for a pink OG fish pop-up on a pickering rig with a mesh bag of freebies attached. I wanted to put 10 spoms out of crumb over the top of this rod, but the bail arm on my reel had other ideas. Luckily for me, the spom floated back in, so I managed to get some bait back out over the top of it. Finally, the rods were out fishing and Chunky was in his position. Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. As you can see, it's bloody freezing. I've rocked back up to the Birch. Obviously, it's late November, so the temperatures have just dropped tonight. I rocked up here and I got up here about 5:30. It was already pitch black, so I've had to set up everything in the dark. Got all 3 rods out, got the bivvy up, had a bite to eat, but it's literally now I think it's about 9 o'clock now, something like that. So stupid. Setting up in the dark is miserable. Yeah, it's absolutely freezing. As I was setting up, it's that cold. I made the mistake of not wearing this big warm coat. So, because I didn't wear that big warm coat, it actually frosted up inside. I don't think I'll be wearing that. Frosted over. Soaked. Now. Nightmare. But I'm warming it back up now. Got it back on, got like 3 layers. I've also got my Reed's Comfort Snood. This is a dream, by the way. This is doing me wonders at the moment. All 3 rods are out. Got the first rod out on a solid bag, which is just on the left-hand margin. And then the right rod is to no carp corner on another solid bag. Both of them have got the yellow magic beam wafters on, and then the middle rod is back out to open water, and the same spot where I managed to catch 2 pound last year. This is exactly the same swim, and this is that rod is in exactly the same water, about 10 wraps out, open water. I'm just gonna chill out now for the night, try and keep warm. Got the layers on. My feet are a bit cold. I might have to change my socks in a minute to my thermal ones. And yeah, watch the water, see if I can hear any fish bosh, and if I do, maybe reel in a rod and put a solid bag on them. This has worked last time. Oh yeah, guys, watch to the end if you want to get involved in that giveaway I'm going to do for the 2k subs. Yeah. It's good to get something back to you guys, so make sure you watch the end to know how to enter for that. Right, good morning boys and girls. Whew, we survived the night. It was so cold. I think I must have been like -2 at one point. As you can see, everything was frosted over. Still a bit of frost, the rods are all frosted now. But yeah, over here it's all still frost. But I'm gonna have a readjust these rods. At the moment I've got the left one on solid bag. Yeah, with this weather, the middle rod I'm gonna bring in, and I'm probably gonna put on a zig. Because look, clear skies. The sun is out, and I reckon they might be holding up a bit mid-water. So yeah, I'm going to put a zig out, see if I can steal a bite off that. I'm going to bring in the left rod because no one's in the swims next to me, and put a solid bag out towards the island. Let's have a crack. God, I look so much like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle with this bloody thing on, don't I? Oh, it's a lifesaver though, I'll tell you that. Yeah, just making up a solid bag to go on the left rod. I've got to whack it as close to the island as possible because no one's in my swims to the left of me now. So it's not technically my water, but not going to do any harm if no one's there. 12mm Park Baits Magic Bean that I was on last night, I'm just going to leave it on. I think if it's in a solid bag with all the bait around it, it doesn't really matter if it's already been there overnight. That's just a wafter anyway, so it's not going to lose buoyancy really. And I don't really care if it does, because it's just still a bottom bait then. Right, I'm going to fill this up, whack it out by the island, see how close we can get it. I'm not clipped up or anything, so it's got to see how good a casting I am with it. Right, so that left rod is now out, and that cast went perfectly. I couldn't want it to go any better than that, so it's perfect. That is leaving there. I'm literally purely fishing for just a bite. Just trying to steal a bite. That's not a stupid phrase, isn't it? As carpers use. Fishing for a bite. We're always fishing for a bite. It's ridiculous. But yeah, you know what I mean. Trying to look to steal one bite. So I've got a zig on one rod in the middle, that open water 10 wraps. Left rod solid bag to the island. And then the right rod is on a solid bag down here in no carp corner because no one's there either. So yeah, fingers crossed we can steal one in these horrible cold conditions. Right, I'm gonna get some breakfast done. Just realised I had to sort this hat out because it was on wrong earlier, and that must have been driving some of you insane. I look like Dappy from N-Dubs. 999. Right, it's about 10:10 and I'm having all the bacon. I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten yet. I literally woke up this morning, saw how cold it was, tried to get out, have a look at the water for a bit, see if I could see these showing fish, but I was freezing, so I was like, F that. Going straight back into the bed. Also, do you guys gas bottles play up in the cold? Like, I've got the little warm sleeve over it, but it struggles to cook, so hopefully it will cook these all right. I'm going to do the whole packet of bacon. I had a look at how much protein's in a packet of bacon. So normally every meal I have about 50 grams of protein. There's 40 in that whole pack, so I'm just gonna whack the whole pack in me. Is that bad? Or just legendary? I don't know, can't make up my mind. Right, it's about 12:30 now. Just met Elliot, so fair play Elliot, mate. Top lad. One of my watchers, he watches some of it. I don't know if he's subscribed, should have asked him. I'm sure he is. Yeah, we're just saying how tough the water can be, so good to meet you, mate. Pleasure as always. Right, anyway, I've smashed in some bacon. That's all gone in. The rods are still out and motionless. I've only got a couple of hours left. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Right then, guys, it's obviously quite a tough session down here at the Birch. It's been really cold, and I did say there's going to be a giveaway in this video. So I'm going to let you know how to get involved. So every time you guys use that code CHUNKY for the purchase of any Parker Baits products, it lets Parker Baits know that one of my subscribers has basically used that code to buy their product. And if I get so many of those codes used, I'll get 5 kg worth of free bait. Now I've hit that number thanks to you absolute legends. So what I'm going to do, rather than me get that 5 kg of free bait, I'm going to give that 5 kg of free Parker Baits bait of your choice back to you guys. And so all of you are going to have an opportunity to win that. So what I'm going to do, guys, in line with what this session's been like, in order to win the 5 kg worth of free bait, all you've got to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, you like this video, and you comment below chili. That's right, it's in line with how this session's gone. So if you comment chili below, then you'll be in line for winning that 5 kg worth of free bait. And don't forget to subscribe and like, because I will be checking, and if you haven't, you won't be able to win. But yeah, in the meantime, I've got to carry on trying to steal a fish from this place. 1 zig, 2 solid bags, trying a bit of everything, see if I can steal a bite, doing what I can. But yeah. The minutes were quickly racing by, and even with a zig out under some lovely winter sun, unfortunately there was still no action to report on. And you can tell, with those minutes, my confidence was also sliding away. Tell you what, you know the place is fishing tough when little Blake, who's over there, I think it's over this one. Oh no, he's fishing 83 with Wayne, and I don't think they've had anything either. So when little Blake isn't catching, you know it's fishing tough. I think this one is not looking too good, lads. It's not looking too good. With most of my gear packed up, for the last hour I swapped the zig back with a pop-up. And whacked a couple more spoms over the top of it. This was a last-ditch effort to try and make something happen. In winter, you have to still make the most of when you can get out, as I feel like a lot of anglers don't talk about one of the most important variables of carp fishing, and that is time on the bank. With the sun setting, the last hour passed uneventful. Well, almost uneventful. Just done an unspeakable thing in a carrier bag, which I'm sure a lot of carp anglers have done before. This session was an absolute grueler, I must admit. But again, for some weird reason, these types of sessions are the ones you always remember. At the time you might find them quite tough, quite enduring, but when you're looking back on it with your mates, you always seem to laugh about it. Well, that is it, guys. Unfortunately, it was a blank down the Birch in this session, just under 24 hours. Winter is definitely here. It was cold. I iced up my own bloody coat, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, all the rods are in. We've had a blank. Remember, if you want a chance to win that 5 kg worth of bait from Parker Baits. So welcome to Chunkster's YouTube channel. Now we are giving away, as Parker Baits, as a family, we are giving away 5 kg of bait of your choice as well. The freshest bait in the game from Parker Baits, baby. There it is. Make sure you comment chili below, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video. And if you're not interested in the bait, why don't you give us a like anyway? Yeah, cheers guys. Those likes help with the algorithm and help pushing this video out to the people that want to see it. So thanks everyone again for the massive support that you brought this channel. It's growing so quick. I really do hope to see as many of you as possible on the bank. So if I'm ever fishing down your way, or if you know I'm there, I'm quite public where I put, make sure you come say hello. So yeah, make sure you enter for that bait giveaway, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks all, tight lines, and always drop your guts, grab your nuts, and get on the bank.